Top of the morning, 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 people. Top of the morning. How's everybody doing today? And you guys know what the topic is today. We're going to talk about these men that are running around here on the down low and why are they doing it. Hope everybody's having a beautiful morning with your boy Coach One Stack. And hey, make sure you share this live when you get in here. Okay. Top of the morning, top of the morning. Who we got in here today? I know you guys know the subject. We want to know, man, what is it about this whole download thing with all these men getting caught lately? Industry people, just men in general. Why are people having such a hard time coming to terms with their sexuality? What's that about? Yeah. Top of the morning, top of the morning. What's up, Rama Valley? Top of the morning. How you feeling? Hope you guys saw the title. Good morning. I told you guys, man, I don't always have to stream on my phone, man. I'm gonna put that banner on there so you can like, share, subscribe, hit the Cash App, and support the channel. But and I just want to take some time to give some morning affirmations and make sure everybody's having a blessed morning and good morning. Let's say good morning when you come in the room and smash that like button as well. Let's all make sure we speak to each other and give each other a big old hug and let me know where you guys from if you never met me before because I've been leaving a lot of content lately. I leave my content based upon what's going on in the world. Um, if they start if horses are the trend tomorrow, I'll be making content about horses. If eating chocolate chip cookies is the what's going on in the world, that's what I'll post about. But right now, it's been these men on the down low, and I just want to understand why all these men are having problems coming to terms with who they are, and it's women that actually like this stuff. Why are so many men? Because whether you know it or not, there's a gentleman's channel. I'm not gonna shout it out just yet. This is all the type of content that he makes. He's taught his entire channel is about he's a bisexual male and very good content. And what he's talking about is how to pick up men that are on the down low. And so I just want your guys' honest opinion, man. Talk to me. I talk back of why you feel that men are having a problem, coming out with their sexuality. Because if you're doing something, you shouldn't have a problem talking about it. Do you think? And if anybody needs any consultation, guys, that's my email address right there, man. Tap my email address and put consultation in there because where I'm taking this channel to, and it may be another channel. If you are a part of the rainbow community, I'm going to start doing interviews on a whole different channel with nothing but people from the rainbow community to get understanding and what's going on. That's the only thing that's going to be on there. If you ever seen the channel, the Soft White Underbelly, this man, his office is located in Skid Row in California, and every day he has a line full of people waiting outside of his studio to get interviewed, and that's where I'm going with this channel and another one to let people just tell their story, not about me. I'm going to be behind the camera asking the questions, and you're going to see other people, you're going to see other people telling their story. So, you know, a lot of these rappers have been getting caught. And when I do my lives, I got a little bit more leeway. And, you know, you got people like Bobby Valentino, for example. Bobby Valentino, man, is 5'3". And per his bodyguard, Bobby Valentino's bodyguard, the big homie CC, stated that Bobby Valentino told him he prefers a transgendered woman because they have stronger jawbones, right? And that they have big hands. The big homie CC said that he took Bobby Valentino to a party. He was bodyguarding him, and Bobby Valentino told him, "Hey man, take my girl to the bathroom." And he said he didn't think it was a little weird because she went into the men's restroom, because sometimes when you go somewhere and the women's restroom might be crowded, a woman might go into the bathroom, and but he said what got him was when he went to the bathroom, Bobby Valentino's date was using the bathroom standing up at the urinal. And so why do you think, guys, why do you think people are not coming out just saying what they like? And because over here, man, you get no judgment on my page whatsoever. Zero judgment whatsoever. Everybody is welcome. And like I said, if you are a part of the community, I want you to get with me because I want to interview you. I want to hear your story. And my goal, one of my ultimate goals and part of my purpose with all of this stuff going on is to bring a lot of men that are living their life in secret to help them, to give them the strength by the glory of God to come out of the closet and accept their life and be who they are. Because let's face it, there's so many people, man, not being who they are, and they wonder why it complicates their situation at home. A lot of these men are having kids and getting married to try to blindside all this stuff, but it still doesn't matter. You still like what you like. But I believe that you need to let a woman know what it is that you like, because it's women that actually like it, So yeah. And so no, I am not part of the community. My daughter is a part of the community, but I always keep telling y'all, I have a project for the community. I have a project for the community. You will see me in the merchandise. Period, point blank. I'm going to make it fly. I'm going to make it fly to wear community stuff because it's just a color and it's a way of life. And we all need some understanding because we all have a story. We all have been somebody, and we all need to learn how to be comfortable. So guys, if I have any ladies in here, man, that have dealt with any men that are having this problem, throw a 7 up in the air. I actually like to hear your story. And guys, just so you know, when I do my lives, if you want to come up here and talk, let me know. You can get on here and talk. You can speak your piece. This ain't just for me, and I get tired of being the only one talking. You guys can get right on here, man. You guys can get on here and you can tell your story. You can talk, you can give your opinion. Truly over here, you can talk. You can give your 2 cents if that's what you want to give, as long as we be respectful about it. You know what I mean? And God, make sure you smash that like button when you come in the room. And that number going around, that is my business number. So if you want to be interviewed and you are part of that community, or y'all got some information for Coach One Stat, man, take that number, shoot me a text. If you want to support the channel, hey, there's the Cash App, going around. There's the Cash App going around. Hey, man. There's the Cash App going around. And hold up. Hold up. Yeah. That's the Cash App going around. And you guys can feel free to donate to the channel, because I promise you it will go to something great. Okay, we got our comments. Where we at? Kelly, good morning. Good morning. Sean Ross. Check this out. Sean Ross, go back and look at all my videos. And personally, I don't care what you think, but go back to my beginning videos and you're gonna see a lot of motivational videos. You're gonna see me when I went through and I dropped 122 pounds in 1 year, but you know, your opinion doesn't matter to me, period. Respectfully. I mean, no. But believe me, if I was, I'd tell you. But if you really want to get with it, nah, man, I'm what you call a ladies' man, a bona fide Scorpio. You know, if you really want to get in my business, I done line not one, not two, not three, not four, not five, but 6 friends up and had a magnum on each one of their ass. And as I got done with it, with this one, I went to this one and this one and this one. Nah, man, I'm a ladies' man. That's not my thing. It's almost like smoking crack, respectfully. It's almost like smoking crack. That ain't what I do. I'm not gonna look at you sideways because that's what you do. The only problem that I have an issue with it is because you know you're putting your stuff, you putting your eggplant where mine belongs, and people are not being safe. And I don't know how old you are, Sean Rose, but man, I'm 49 years old, bro. And I was alive in the early 80s when this epidemic hit real hard. And it wasn't just see, people think it's just hitting the rainbow community, but it was hitting straight people. It was hitting a lot of porn stars, you know, badass porn stars. And then a lot of people that was with the activity. But now we have things such as crystal methamphetamine, right? And that is a big deal, guys. If you don't know my hit, what's up, Miss Haywood and Sean Rose, Sean Ross. If you don't know my history, because I don't think we've ever talked before, bro. First of all, I'm ex law enforcement, number one off the top, from age 17 to 30 years old. After that, I was a hustler and a bona fide hustler at that, because I knew what I should not do, and that's why I was very successful at it. And I got delivered by God 9 years ago. So I actually know what I'm talking about. But if you join my paid member section, you'll actually get my whole life story, because I'm not proud of what I did, but I'm proud of how I did it. But this is part of my purpose. This is part of my purpose to bring awareness to this that God has sent me on, and I'm going to finish, because God wants you to finish your purpose. And that's what it has to do with. And like I said, my daughter's a part of this community, and is eating me up inside while I'm seeing all these people catching these STDs, you know, not just out in the social media world. I'm talking about, man, I'm a real dude. A lot of my fans come up and walk up to me in real life out here in Las Vegas, you know, be at the gym, being at the grocery store, being I'm getting my car washed. They like, oh yeah, what's up, coach? What's happening? I'm a real dude. So a real dude deal with real problems. So we're trying to bring awareness to try to help some of these people. You know, I know some of these men are struggling with who they are. It's some women that's struggling with who they are too. Because throughout the course of my lifetime, man, I've dated 3-4 studs, so to speak. But they said they didn't like men. So they're struggling with their sexuality too, the studs. Because here's the thing, once you get the real thing, you're going to always crave that. So it ain't just the men, it's the women too. So like I said, my project with the community is much deeper than that. And so with the content, hey man, my content, I created my own niche, I created my own niche. I don't edit videos. I know how to do a reaction video. That's why I'm sitting on my computer right now doing this content instead of my phone and doing this live. I know how to do a reaction video. I know how to put myself in the corner of a video and play a video and talk to you about it. But because I'm so articulate, I would rather find something to talk about, show you guys a little bit of it, and speak on it. You know, that's the hard way. Everybody can't do that. Everybody can't sit and talk to you and have a mouthpiece. Sharon, let me see, the stud homosexual that's demonic, they're gonna have to be delivered. My heart goes out to him. Thank God I have that demon on my back. Yeah, and you know, people have to get delivered. And see, we don't want to be telling and what I don't want to tell people as being a Christian, hey, you going to HE double hockey sticks, because at the end of the day, and Miss Haywood, no, I got mad respect for her. At the end of the day, the good Lord is not gonna ask me what Miss Haywood did with her life. They ain't gonna ask me what Sean Ross did with his life. They're not gonna ask me what Kelly Hood did with her life. They're gonna ask me what did I do with my life and how did I try to help. That's the only thing I'm concerned with. And so that's why I'm doing my part to bring that awareness so I can answer that question with an open heart. Can you dig it? But make sure you guys are hitting that like button, guys, because I'm gonna start doing a lot more lives, a whole lot more lives. It's gonna be a whole lot more lives, and we're gonna talk about these things. And so, like I said again, boom. Like the old people used to say back in the day, every tub had to sit on his own bottom. Yeah. And you guys don't have to be so quiet, man. Make sure you share this. Hit that like button. See, guys, I made a video yesterday, right, about Kevin Gates. Right? Kind of show y'all where we at. I made a video about Kevin Gates, okay? Okay, hold up. We're gonna get to this video. You have an EBT card. You're leaving money on the table if you skip. Just sit tight real quick.
Depending on who you ask, Kevin Gates could be everything. And you know your boy, he died 6 months ago. So there, I might take a look. And by a small lucky chance, I came across this.
I've been holding on to a secret for way too long. And it's the main reason why Gates stopped everything I got going on. He tried to stop it, you heard me? Because my baby mama, she had kids with a dude before me, before she met me, a dude named Joshua Duncan. He died 6 months ago. They lived on Alvin Dorp. My baby mama don't lie. She ain't shit, but the she walked in on her other baby daddy, the one that died, sucking Gates while he got a finger up Gates' ass, and they jumped up, and she's like, "What y'all doing?" They hollering about they changing the oil. I don't changing the oil on the kitchen. Yeah, you ain't never want that to come out. But bitch, play with me now. You done called them people. You done called them people and told them cancel my do this, stop everything I got going on. Explain yourself how that white boy was sucking your Alvin Dork in LSU with his finger stuck up your ass, Kevin Gilliard. Yeah, you ain't think it was gonna come out. Yeah, it's coming out today. Yeah, go take a lie to take a test. Say that didn't happen. Yeah, I challenge you, Kevin Gates. Go take a lie to take the test and say you didn't get your by another man on Alvin Dork Street. His name was Joshua Duncan. He had his finger stuck up your ass. Go take a lie to take a test. Put that on TV.
Now, this is a guy that's in, Baton Rouge, Louisiana, where Kevin Gates is from, and he's accusing.
Now, as I said, hey, man, I don't lead the content, and you can look in that man's eyes and tell, oh, Ryan Springer, what's up with it, Brody? You can tell that man is not lying. This is what I'm just talking about. I'm not trying to make fun of people. What I'm saying is, this is just a prime example of why I'm doing what I'm doing, and I want to interview these men because they obviously have a problem. And Kevin Gates is one of them people who have a problem. Let me get a little deeper, man. Hold up. Let me get a little deeper, y'all. Hold up.
Oh, because my big brother.
Maybe.
Hold on.
Maybe
look
he
at
did
this.
Something else. I'm not sure, but he has been on podcasts before.
Look at this.
And
make sure y'all look at this. Check this video out.
Come out not out of anybody else's mouth, but out of Kevin Gates' mouth himself.
How many inches is your
I don't know, but it's decent.
It's decent.
And I say that because I really used to think I had a small because my little brother, I hate to say this, he gonna kill my little brother like 18 inches.
Yeah.
So I used to think my small. But I'm blessed. I'm a ruler.
18 inches.
Yeah. But I'm, when you're young, when you're young, y'all grow up with everybody in the same house. Y'all grow up together, you know what I'm saying?
Maybe not grow up. Yeah.
Boy, you don't sit your stupid down. Who the you think you is? Okay, so your little brother has, as you said, a certain size. So how do you know? I mean, I have never looked at anybody in my family's and just, how long are you or how big? Like, how do you do that? How do y'all just go around just running around and I mean, I can see if you're little boys and you're taking baths together or kids, but like grown people.
See, as I said, another person who needs to come out with their sexuality, man. I mean, the stuff is getting crazy. But hold up, I'm gonna really get to something with this video and really show you something. Now, watch this. I'm gonna show you video. This Kevin Gates in drag. This is Kevin Gates in drag, full makeup, and watch what he says. He gonna say he likes the D, but he all about the P. Now, what's important about what I'm gonna show you guys is that NBA YoungBoy is wearing the same makeup. Now, Kevin Gates has a tattoo of NBA YoungBoy right over here on his kidney. And when they asked him, hey man, why do you have this tattoo of NBA YoungBoy? And he's like, oh, that's my love. Like, that's my love. Man, Kevin Gates is one of my favorite rappers, y'all. I've been listening. If you ain't been listening to Kevin Gates since he had dreadlocks damn near down to his ass, you ain't been listening to him longer than me. Okay, if you don't know that Kevin Gates, I've been listening to him a very long time, and I watched him go through a lot of phases. And he said on multiple occasions how he would make a man go down on him and all that. But hold up.
I'm Bert, a small business insurance expert with Viber. What's a Viber? And so we don't know, right? We don't know who the person is.
Look closely at this. Look,
we do know this. But I'm about to. What? It says I'm about that P, but I'm also about that D too. Okay, you're about that D too. All right.
Let me.
Okay. About really.
Let me rewind it.
But I'm about to. It says I'm about that P, but I'm also about that D too. Okay, you're about.
As Kevin Gates talking about, I like that P, but I'm about that D too. This is what I'm saying, people. Now, guys, if you feeling what I'm saying, throw a 7 up in the air if you really understand where I'm coming from with this live. Because I left my email information below. Tap in. You guys got my Cash App, you got my business number. All you got to do is shoot me a text. It is part of my purpose, God's purpose, that God wants me to start interviewing people and try to help them. Like, you guys don't know how many consultations I do with young men, and they asking me, hey, coach, man, how do I come out the closet? Hey, coach, how do I get up out this closet, man? I'm tired of living like this. I'm tired of living 2 lives. I need help. I'm scared the church gonna laugh at me. I'm scared my people is gonna disown me. This is real serious shit that's going on here, man. And I don't know naturally, I really don't know. He might be like, TD Jakes is definitely one, because you see these guys in Hollywood, in Hollywood and in the industry, they getting skinny as hell. And if you don't know how that virus works, it makes you skinny. And that HIV virus, what it does is it remutates. Like, so when it's no different than the corona. Not the corona. Yeah, the coronavirus. It mutates. It has to start somewhere. So when HIV first, see, and Sharon, and now watch this, Sharon. Let me break down your question, Sharon. Sharon says, I don't know how men like other men in their rectum. I just don't understand it. I don't know how they will get pleasure out of that era. let me tell you how it was explained on a video. Okay. So, guys, you have to understand a virgin back in the old days was something valued. Now, I can get biblical and talk about Sodom and Gomorrah, about how the people in that town wanted to come and they wanted to sleep with all the male guests at this man's house. Okay. Hey, Drizzle. And hey, and my thing, hey, I like girls who like girls. I've been in a whole three-way relationship before with two women. You dig what I'm saying? So don't judge me. But anyway, I could go back to the Sodom and Gomorrah days where people were given a choice, where they wanted to sleep with these men. And this man told them, no, don't mess with my male guests. They're under my protection. You can have my two virgin daughters. So here's the thing to answer your question, Miss Haywood, why men like other men, back there in a rectum. When you had a virgin daughter, that was considered like way up here, just like having a son back in the day. So people want to be the first person to take that virginity, to tell that story, to give her that type of pleasure. Well, it's a lot of men now, as I watch their channel, and I'll drop one, and I'll drop. Thank you, 1388. I appreciate you rocking with the channel. Make sure you guys hit the like button and subscribe to the channel. Hit the like button and subscribe to the channel, because I'm taking this to a whole nother level. But it's a certain person that makes content, and I really like his content. He's a bisexual man, and all his content is about stuff like this. And so he said, to answer your question, Miss Haywood, that what they look for are down low men, and they're trying to turn them out, because since a man is not used to having anything inside of him, once they get inside of him, it feels good to him, these men normally fall in love with them. And that's what they're seeking, because nobody's ever been there before. And so I don't know if it hurt or not. I've had something inside of me 3 times. Colonoscopy, I was asleep. And 2 times I went to the colonics clinic to get myself cleaned out. But other than that, that's not my thing. But these men fall in love with the first person that they sleep with. And of course, like I'm sure that, some of you ladies, it might have hurt you when you lost your virginity a little bit. I'm sure it might hurt a man when he loses his virginity. But these men are trying to find down low men who have not been penetrated before, so they could be first, so that they can make them fall in love and always be the first one. So now, as this man starts to fall in love with that, he's going to always want this guy. That's the whole thing with the Diddy situation. Diddy was so many people's first. He was so many people's first that, they want him. It ain't even that these down low men are creeping around with 1,000 different men and bottoming out for them. It's the fact that they want that one man. And so that's why you got Ray J acting a fool, because Diddy ain't around. You got I got a video about Justin Timberlake supposedly catching HIV. I'm gonna post that today. I got that video late last night from somebody. Hey, naturally me, they want to dominate them. That's exactly what they want to do. They want to dominate them. That's exactly what they want to do. Yeah, they want to dominate them. Yeah, they want to dominate them. You know what I'm saying? Straight up. Naturally, yeah, they get these men because they want to dominate them, and it makes them feel good to dominate another man. And so, believe it or not, a lot of these guys ain't even on no bad shit. They actually, what they're actually saying is that in this down low life, a lot of these men are not getting the attention from their woman. They're not getting the props from their woman. So when they go over here to this down low side over here, they're getting all the attention. They're getting somebody to listen to. They're getting somebody that they can talk to and be a friend to. No different than the women do the same thing, because I can have the same conversation about women. Because as I said, I personally was in a situation with the unicorn, and these are all older. These ladies was all mid-50s, professional, all of them making about 150 to 200,000 a year. A couple of them married, but what they husbands didn't know is they like girls, but they couldn't live them fantasies out with their husband because their husband was so closed-minded. But the person I was dealing with, hey man, she liked women. She liked men. And she told me, treat all of my friends as you treat me. And yeah, I lined all 6 of their ass up, and I put I had a damn gold wrapper sitting on each one of their asses. And so as I went from this one to this one to this one to this one, man, I knocked all 6 of them off. Why? Because I asked, could I do it? And they thought it would be fun. And yeah, they doing things to each other. So even the women are saying that women are getting more attention from the average woman, and men are now doing that same thing. See, you don't have to worry about your man. You know, for a lot of you ladies, you don't have to worry about your man out here cheating. You don't have to worry about your man out here cheating with the woman these days. What's up, Michelle? How you feeling, mama? I heard the colonoscopy. I didn't feel anything. Yeah, the colonoscopy, they put you to sleep. You know, when I had my colonoscopy, they give you they gave me fentanyl, actually. No, propofol. The same stuff they gave Michael Jackson. They gave me propofol when I got my colonoscopy to put me out. And so I mean, this is what's going on. This is what's going on. So you don't have to worry about your man going off necessarily cheating with another man these days. When you hear these dudes talk about, oh yeah, I'm with the homies, no, them dudes is bisexual now. This is the norm. And when you hear these ladies you see these ladies going out and they having all these ladies only nights, pajama parties, and lingerie nights. These are what you call pillow princesses. Some of them just like to receive. Some of them, but they not that, you know, your woman is not cheating with another man these days. She's cheating with a woman. And so once again, if you are a part of the community, I would like to interview you. I would like to put you up on my screen and ask you some questions, but you have to keep it one stack with Coach One Stack. And why I say keep it a stack, because I got $1,000 bill tattoo right here. We're going to keep it 1,000. So yeah, if you are a part of that community or you know somebody about the community, I just want to hear your story. We're going to start posting that. And honestly, that's all I'm going to interview are people that are part of the community, so I can hear their story. I can hear how it turned out. You know, me, myself, guys, I was tampered with. I was tampered with from age 5 to 10. I was tampered with by another babysitter. And from age 16 to 20, not only did I knock off 3 other homegirls, but I was knocking off their grown ass mama too. The first one being 16, she was 42. Next one being 17, she was like 45. The next one being 20, she was like 40 something. But I was tampered with by a woman. So these men that are tampered with by other men have these tendencies because, you know, their body ain't developed yet, and what they might have done to them, it felt good. You have to understand something. Your first experience is all you have. You understand what I'm saying? So, guys, if y'all liking this live, throw a 7 up for me, guys. Let me know that y'all with me, because this is my thing, man. And I'm gonna be posting these. We're gonna be doing a lot more lives. Throw them sevens up if you guys like this live for me. And I got 93 people. I got 93 people in the house. Guys, do me a favor. Hit the like button and make sure you subscribe to the channel. We on our way to 50K, and then we're going to get to 100K. Because when we get to 100K, I'm bringing one of y'all out here to Las Vegas to hang out with me. Oh, well, Sean Rose, get on out of here. We don't need you. I just like people. I just like credit for my work. Get on up out of here, Sean Ross. Bye. But what I'm saying is when I get there, man, I'm going to, because see, it's a lot of my followers that have bumped into me, you know, actually at Walmart the other day. People know I'm a real one. I see my subscribers all the time out here. And when I get to 100K, man, somebody's flying out here to Las Vegas to spend a couple days with Coach One Stack, so you can see what I do from a day to day and kick it. It's gonna be on me, you know, and we're gonna hang out, we're gonna chill out, we're gonna chop it up, and you're gonna see that you're dealing with a real person. And you will get to see in the background things that I do with people. Like, I'm not gonna get on here and show y'all what I do with the homeless. I'm not gonna get on here and show you guys what I do with the community when I do community outreach, because I'm not going to exploit these people. You understand what I'm saying? I'm not going to do that. The like button is at the top of the screen. And if anybody's having a problem, hey guys, let people know where the like button is at, please. So yeah, let me get that up off of here. And of course, let me see. Even at my age, Coach, you telling me something that I've never heard before. Yeah. And Miss Haywood, these are the things like I'm learning. Okay. Guys, and like I said, if you don't know my pedigree, just be real with a lot of these guys just been gay and afraid. The females are lazy, don't want to put the effort to, hold up, let me put that on here. Let me show you a comment, bro. Yeah, I like that comment. Like I said, if you don't know my pedigree before when you come in this room, I am ex-law enforcement, number one. Then I played in the streets and I made a whole lot of money too. I've been delivered by God for 9 years. And the thing is, the substance that I made the most money with was that ice. Okay, that ice, that crystal. Now, yeah, pedigree. And T44, you must be a young kid, because when somebody unravels their pedigree, that means I'm telling you why I'm qualified to tell you and teach you what I'm telling you. I'm telling you what type of man I am, what type of morals and standards I have. You dig what I'm saying? And you guys can double tap the screen and like it. Thank you, Michelle. And so when I learned about this whole thing, you know, and what was going on in the streets, is when I decided to hit the streets, and that crystal, that ice was my thing. That was my main money maker. Shit, in the end, from one person, I was receiving $80,000 twice a week, FedEx to my doorstep, overnighted to my doorstep. What's up, Sonia? What's up with you, mama? Good morning. FedEx to my doorstep, because I couldn't pick no more money up anywhere. Well, also with moving that's where I learned that also was the number one narcotic linked to HIV. I also learned, and I saw, because when you in the streets, you see but you don't see. You need to mind your own business. This is when I saw gangbangers, men that I knew, people that I personally knew. When I went to go drop off certain things, I'm seeing these men laying up, watching rainbow porn, no clothes on, doing things to each other as they smoked this substance. And for some reason, it makes you lose your inhibitions. So yeah, in a way, this is kind of like some redemption for me for some things that I moved in the street and added to the problem. And I'm just trying to help fix it. So yeah, a lot of these, so yeah, I'm trying to help a lot of these down low men come out with their sexuality. I personally know a friend whose son went to the other side and started dealing with this stuff and was meeting people off of Craigslist and having random encounters with them. And within 1 month, he was HIV positive. Like, it's an issue with that. Yeah, smash that like button. Guys, and not trying to be nasty here. Do you guys know what a lifestyle club is or a swingers club? If you know what that is, throw a 7 up for me, please. I really like talking to you. If you guys know what that is, throw a 7 up for me. If you know what a lifestyle club is / swingers club, throw a 7 up for me. I want to tell you guys something personal. I want to tell you guys something very personal. Okay. Sonia. And Lynette, they might, that's not my thing, but to each his own. Like I said, if a lot of you men are scared in the chat, I have left my email address. Man, contact me because I want to interview you. T44. No, I'm a Christian. I'm not a therapist. I'm a real man. See, T44, you have to go through some things in life to even be able to be qualified to talk about stuff. As I said, I am a Christian. As I said, I used to be I was in law enforcement. I left after I caught my second body. So I go to therapy. Matter of fact, I go to therapy today at 3:00. I go to therapy every Tuesday at 3:00, right? And so, yeah, when I was in the streets, I'm going to tell you, man, I was like Michael Jordan in the streets because I knew what I should not do because of my previous employment. And this one, I was really introduced to a lot of men on the down low with this drug problem. A lot of drug problems are causing these men to be on the DL. Do you understand what I'm saying? So my advice to a man that is on the DL is to come out of the closet. Now, back to the swingers club. Hold up. Okay. T44. Let me show you a comment, bro. Now, here's the thing. When I was married, my brother-in-law is somebody I grew up with. I grew up with him out here in Vegas. And when I tell you, man, he's about this life right here, man. He went to the penitentiary when he was 18 years old. He did 10 years. Well, he got out. Now, one thing I didn't know was that he was homosexual. And I mean, he's a stepper. But he's also with the rainbow community and openly, which I respect that about him. One day he said, come on. He said, come ride with me. I want to show you something. He wanted to show me something. So out here in Las Vegas, it's a place, it's a center. It's like a commercial center. You got a swingers club right here, a regular swingers club. This is why I asked if you guys knew what a swingers club was, right? So you got a swingers club right here. There may be 1, 2, 3, 4 doors down on the corner. There's just a door. And he told me, he said, hey, bro, back up and look at this door. Just sit here and look. And what I looked, and he didn't tell me what it was because, like I said, he's very open. His thing is he likes transgenders. He likes like Hawaiian transgenders or light-skinned dudes. That's his thing. And he's very open about it. Like he'll hold his hands in public and all that. I respect that because I like to get educated about stuff. And even more so, now you got people getting their eggplants cut off. You got women that can grow an eggplant. It needs to be some type of education about these pronouns. So check this out. He said, watch this door. And so I looked at this door and I kept seeing nothing but men going in and out of this door. And so I saw a lot of black men coming out of this door. Now, when these black men were coming out of this door, they had their hats pulled down low. They had on some dark shades, and they always carrying like a little black bag. They always carrying like this, and they was trying to hurry to their car. And so I'm looking, we sit there for about a good hour, and I see some dudes that I know coming up out of that door, and I don't know what it is, and he laughing at me. El Guapo, no, it isn't. I have over 2,000 videos. If you go start at the beginning of my videos, man, my videos about becoming the best version of yourself, and part of that is coming to terms with who you are. So you got to go back and look, man. So before you open up your mouth, you got to go to the beginning. Go to my first videos. Go to my very first videos, and you're going to see nothing but motivational videos of how to be the best version of yourself, how to lose 100, how to drop over 100 pounds in 1 year. So I trend with whatever the content is talking about. So here nor there, don't be a small-minded person. Do your research. But anyway, so I'm sitting here with my brother-in-law, and he started laughing. He said, that's an all-male swingers club. I'm like, what? He said, yeah. He said, that's an all-male swinger club. I'm like, what? He said, yeah, I go in there all the time. He said, man, when you go in there, man, he said, these black dudes is giving it. They going to pound town on these white dudes, which that's their thing. I get it. But the thing is, I seen so many men coming up out of there, a couple of them that I knew, y'all been going to pound town on these little white dudes in this place, and then you going home and laying with your wife or your girlfriend. Do you understand what I'm saying? You going home and you're laying with your wife and your girlfriend, and you giving her something that been up inside another man, and you probably wasn't even protecting yourself. And even my brother-in-law said that they wasn't protecting themselves. He even said he don't protect himself. Oh no, it's all good. Nah, hey, El Guapo, are you a part of the rainbow community? And I'm asking respectfully for a reason, bro. It's a reason why I'm asking. And I'm never mad. Guys, y'all know Coach One Stack, man. I do not get upset. I don't have thin skin. You can ask whatever you want to. And if you join my members only section, my paid section, man, you're gonna have access to me. Because I'm going to tell you guys are going to get my entire life story. You're going to get all the details. I have to really be careful what I post on here because I got a strike and I don't want them playing with my account. But in the private side, I can be more open. But yeah, if you I'm not thin skinned. Okay. El Guapo. Yeah, cool. Boss player. Yeah. Oh yeah. My sister knew. Matter of fact, boss player. Let me pin your comment, man. Let me tell you a story. To answer boss player story. Yes. Everybody knew. See, when we were growing up, this is why I tell y'all, man, I want to interview people who are on the down low and people who are having a problem with this, men and women. Where I go, I see a therapist every Tuesday at 3:00. And they also have therapy for people that are in the community. Hey, ex-LAPD, I'm ex-LVMPD. Me and my father. Thank you for your service. You should stay tapped in, El Guapo, because man, I normally at the end of my lives, I always give people a choice to hear a story about the streets, law enforcement, or church. Okay, Thank you, Michelle. Thanks for loving my channel. But let me get back to Boss Player's question, right? Let me get to Boss Player's question. So my brother-in-law, he was a year younger than me. So we went to high school together. When I was in the 10th grade, he was in the 9th grade. So back then he was on the down low. And so she had to tell me, she said, my brother has always been like this. I said, no, he haven't. She said he was. She said, my brother has always been like this. And he told me he's always been like that, but he used to hide it in high school because you didn't even hear. I'm 49. You didn't hear about any down low stuff. You didn't hear about that. That wasn't even a word back then. And so she went on to tell me, she said, do you remember when my brother was in the 9th grade and he disappeared for a while? I said, yeah, I do remember. I remember that. She said, well, the reason he disappeared is because they put him in a boys' prison. They got a boys' prison here called Elko. Okay. So now she told me that what he did when he was in the 9th grade was he took a 357 Magnum and he took a white boy that was 12 years old, put a right here while he was assaulting him from behind, and it's 2 other people, and these are gangbangers. These are gangbangers. While it was 2 other gangbangers that I knew. So while he's doing that to this little boy, he's making the boy do that to them. Okay. And the little boy's father just happened to be an officer with the police department. And because of that, he went to a boys' prison. That was way back when. Okay. Man, what am I doing to serve God? Everything I do. Why do you think I'm doing this project to bring awareness? I'm doing a project to bring awareness to the world. We are all people. And what I do to serve my God is really, that's between me and my God. You got to worry about you. They're not going to ask you at the end of the day, hey man, what did Coach One Stack do? They're going to ask you T44 and put a picture up. I respect people more than when they have a picture up. So check. Let me finish with the story. So my friend, he was down low back then. Okay. He was down low back then. And so when he got out of prison, as we were talking, you know, he was to the point, he's a real one. He said, man, when I was in prison, man, I was graping. I was graping people. He said, I was graping people. He said, matter of fact, I got some extra time because I went in to grape somebody. So he went in a cell to grape somebody because I told you he likes Asian boys and like light-skinned boys. And he came in with a blade to try to grape somebody. They struggle over it and they end up cutting off part of his ear, and he got extra time for that. So boom, when he hit the streets, that's what it was. So everybody knew now. He came out, he's open with it, he's comfortable with it, and he would go along to tell me about all the other men that's see, Vegas is very small. I'm born and raised here. Vegas is very, very, very little. Well, no, that's not. Well, ain't nothing wrong with him. That ain't nothing wrong with him. I don't judge him. That's like me judging you. You know what I'm saying? I'm not going to judge anybody. I'm just telling y'all the story. So this is where I started getting aware of how the world was moving. So one day I asked so if you were to see me and him talk, if you were to see me and him have a conversation and we're talking, if I'm talking about a woman, he will be talking about a man, but you wouldn't know the difference unless you knew that he was part of the community. So I asked him one day, and this is why you have to be very, very cautious in the things you do. I asked him one day, I said, bro, what's the freakiest thing you ever did? He said, well, to be honest with you, he said, just last week, and see, this is when that crystal methamphetamine comes into play, because that's what they use to get off a lot of these men. He said, just last week, it was 6 men and 6 women, and we was all doing you know what to each other after we used that crystal. He said, we just did that last week. He's very open about it. Yeah, I mean, and G-Mac, I dig it, man. I don't like that. Well, hold on. Let me pin that. Let me pin your comment. G-Mac, I don't like that. Yeah, well, T44, I'm not here, man, to debate about God, bro. You have your understanding, and I'm gonna keep mine, okay? And Boy Love, matter of fact, Boy Love, let me pin your comment, because Bay Love, that's something that I moved a lot of. This is the whole preface of the story of why I feel like I said God sent me this. God sent me a message that I need to do something about it, that I need to bring awareness to this community. So that was the message that got sent to me. Okay. So here's where the story gets deeper. So this is the wife's brother. Well, the wife has a cousin as well. The wife has a cousin. Okay. Wife got a cousin. He's a part of the community too. But the brother and the cousin are not related. They're not related. So the cousin and the brother, they mess around. And I remember, man, it was the 4th of July in my house. And you know how, and they all use that type of what Bay Love is talking about. They all use that, right? They use that. T44, I'm about to kick you up out of here in a minute, just so you know. I'm not here. I'm not here. You're not gonna judge me. You're not gonna put nobody. You're not gonna tell somebody what they should be doing with Christ, because you should be worried about yourself. So you got one more try, bro. Don't take it personal. I still love you. So you got you have the man and you have these, the cousin and the brother, they mess around. So the cousin is telling us, and he's lighting up. You know how when you get a new toy to play with, you know how you get a new toy to play with, and you like, damn, man, I got that new PS5, or you eat some good food, like, man, that food, man, I'm listening to the cousin talk about the brother to me and my ex-wife, saying, your brother mouth feels so good. Man, he take all 11 inches of this boy in, man. He be making me feel good. Lusting over him because they use this gay drug. You understand what I'm saying? But see, these people are out in the open. So this is why it's part of my project and part of my mission to bring out, people that are scared of their sexuality. Hell yeah, Trump is a pedo. And we're not defending no pedos on here, but see, Mushroom, let me explain something to you, Mushroom. Let me address you, Mushroom. Every time I make a video about that, or Epstein, bro, they play with my channel. Believe me, I would love to make content about that. They play with my channel. So it ain't freedom of speech. I have to watch what I say. I'm not with no pedos. I'm not with no pedos. And guys, before I get out of here, man, I'm going to tell y'all a story, because normally, so we're going to talk about this. This is a story about Christ and pedos. Normally, if you ain't ever been in my live, I give you a choice at the end of my live to either hear a story about when I was in law enforcement, when I was in the streets, or something spiritual. Today it's going to be something spiritual. So I joined this men's group, a Christian men's group. I joined a Christian men's group. This happened about a couple years ago. Okay. And in this Christian men's group, we would meet every Sunday at this restaurant at 6 a.m. Right? We would meet at 6 a.m. We would sit outside and pray and wait for the sun to come up. Then we would go inside this particular restaurant and we would have a round table meeting. We eat breakfast and we would go around the table and we would talk about our week. And everybody had a chance to talk. You know, it's different people from all colors to all races. You could talk about your week, and you could see, you know, who, if you had somebody that you wanted to pray for, we would pray for people. You know what I'm saying? I'm not claiming to be a minister, bro. And now you're done. I wasn't joking. There you go. Tired of looking at you, T44. You one of them people drink the Kool-Aid. See, the first thing about being a Christian, don't judge anybody. I have no judgment towards anybody, and nobody's gonna get on here and even test my spirituality and try to tell me anything about my relationship with the Most High. Okay. So anyway, in this Christian men's group, one of the men who ran the group, he was on federal probation for pulling up child pornography. Now, this man worked for the post office for 25 years out here in Las Vegas. He was a supervisor. And I'm going to tell you how he said he ended up getting caught up. He said that it started with porn. He said it started off with porn, right? And that he watched okay. Now what? Not exactly. Only God can judge. Now check this out. He said that he started off, you know, with porn. There was a porn thing. This is why you see all these Christians, you know, they want to itemize sex and they want to itemize sin and, oh, don't have sex. Well, I'm here to tell you, I like premarital sex. I like it. But guess what? A sin is a sin. So just like I like premarital sex, and if you judge me, it's the same thing. But don't worry about me. I'm okay with talking to my maker about what I do. I talk to him every day. Y'all never have, thank you, Michelle. Y'all don't never have to worry about me. I'm just giving you my life experiences, and everything I tell you is true. Something that I experienced. So back to the man who was pulling up kiddie porn. So he goes on to tell me how he had gotten off to every type of pornography possible, right? Every type. That means straight, gay, bisexual, animals, anything you could think of. You got something actually called SCAT, S-C-A-T. That is when somebody drops feces on your face. So he said it wasn't enough for him. He said that wasn't enough for him. That was not enough for him. So he said he went to the dark web. Okay. He went to the dark web. And if you don't know how, and guys, if you've never been on the dark web, going to the dark web is not against the law. It's not against the law to go to the dark web. I go to the dark web all the time. Matter of fact, going to the dark web and talking about a certain subject actually got me a strike. And I couldn't post for a week. But now on the dark web, he said that now he started pulling up other things that didn't even have to do with sex, right? Yeah, I'm not a minister. I am not a preacher. I am not a minister. I am just a regular person. I am a chosen one. You see that 7 up there? Look at the top of my thing. See that 7? That represents God's favorite number, the number of completion. That has been my favorite number since I was a kid. And if you see the words in there, at my best, that means building esteem of self through thinking. Oh, no, it's all cool, Sonya, but check it out. I'm a chosen one. I'm not a preacher. I am a chosen one. So listen. So this man is telling me about how he didn't pull up every type of porn possible. So he said that he started looking for the pedo stuff, the little people stuff. And he said he found one image and it turned him on. And he said at that point, he said he cleaned all his computers. He said he cleaned all his computers. He said, and for the next 2 weeks, he said he was looking out the window, waiting for the police to come get him. He said 2 weeks went by, people, and make sure y'all like this live. Subscribe to the channel because we're going to be doing a lot more lives. I'm going to take y'all all throughout Vegas, man. I'm telling you. Subscribe, like the video. I'm going to be taking y'all all throughout Vegas to show y'all certain stuff. So he says after 2 weeks, he started getting that urge. Now, this is at the Christian men's meeting. He said he started getting that urge. So he said he went back to the dark web. He went back to, the real Vegas. He said he went back to the dark web. He found not only that image, but he joined a file sharing group where they were exchanging those types of pictures. And wouldn't you know it, the whole FBI was monitoring it. So here's what happened. It was his off day. And he said that, and where he lived at, the post office, his job was literally right up the street, like 2 miles from his house. He said a supervisor called him in, and the FBI was there waiting on him, y'all, for these images, because he was pulling up this kiddie stuff. They arrested him. He sat in jail. He's now on federal probation. And so his biggest thing in this group, the way he was trying to manipulate this group, was all the men in this group now were scared to watch pornography. They were, even the married ones was scared to ask their wife to do something different in the bedroom, all because this one man who was a pedo did what he did. And so what they would do is, and y'all not gonna believe me, man, this is what they would do. This is what they would do. The people in this group, they would all go to each other's houses, right? And what they would do is, let's say I came to your house. I would go through all your phones, go through all your TVs and all your devices, and put a code on there so that you could not pull up any porn. And that way, that was their way of trying to keep each other accountable from watching pornography, is putting codes on each other's devices so they couldn't watch it because they didn't have enough self-control not to watch it. Now, here's the thing. I don't care what you watch, but not no pedo stuff. And the moral to this story is, just because that man did it and had been doing it, that don't mean that we gonna do it. You dig what I'm saying? But these are men of God. This is a Christian men's group. We all fall short of the glory and the grace of God, but it's not for any of us to judge the next person. So this is why I'm trying to do my part to try to help people. So once I'm going to say it again. If you are a part of the rainbow community, if you are having a hard time battling with your sexuality and you need help trying to come out that closet, or you have already come out and you are having a hard time in life in general because of the way people are treating you, man, you got my Cash App right there. You got my business number right there. I'm going to leave my email again. And you can contact me, period, point blank. Period, point blank. Sonia, and I see that. I see about that addiction. And when you dedicate your life to the Lord, man, hey, you're not gonna be perfect. You know what, Sonia? Thanks for that. Thanks for that super chat. I appreciate that. I appreciate that super chat. Sonia, I appreciate that. And just so you know, it's gonna go to some homeless people, guys. It's gonna go to some homeless people. Anything you guys do to support my channel is going to go to some homeless people. Or now it's gonna be my project for the LGBTQI community. See, there's an I on the end of it now. See, even the colors of the flag, black on the flag represents that a person does not identify with any gender. This is the way the world is going. This is what it is. It is normalized now. So it's better that people understand it. And that's all I'm trying to do, is get people to understand of what's going on. Hey, Bayla, exactly. And I'm straight. You're straight. And we need to let people see, because watch this. Has anybody ever take the time to think, like, maybe somebody in the rainbow community think that me being a straight person is weird? That's why we don't judge each other. You can buy a membership. If you get on my Poffin, if you go look on my page, I have membership packages. I have membership packages where the members only content will be left, and I have just started leaving it to tell you exactly what's going on with me, my entire testimony, all the things I can't talk about out in the open. If you need a consultation, at Poffin, you got my email address, you got the phone number right there. That's my business number. All you got to do is shoot me a text and say you want a consultation. I do 30 minutes, an hour and a half, 2 hours, whatever you can afford. And we're going to talk about something, and everything is discreet. Discretion is a must. I do not tell anyone's business. I don't. I do at least 2 or 3 consultations a day, normally with young Black men, either struggling with their sexuality or struggling because they don't know how to communicate with the woman properly. Yeah. I'm bi, and I felt like a freak when I was a young girl having feelings for a woman. And Poffin, let me tell you something, Poffin, before I get out of here. It's nothing wrong with you having feelings for a woman, because here's the thing, guys, you can't help who you like. You cannot help who you like. This is why I have no judgment. You cannot help who you like. When I divorced 10 years ago, I did not want to sleep with anybody. I didn't want to sleep with nobody. It was 8 women that came back to back to back trying to give me, you know what? I didn't want it. Like I didn't want it. And the point I'm getting at is, a couple of them, man, they pulled their panties up on the couch and they touching it. Oh, you don't want this? I'm like, nah. The point I'm making is, a person can sit next to you for 10 years and they never make you feel any type of way, right? They never make you feel any type of way. But you could have somebody sit next to you for an hour and they can make you feel a certain type of way. You can't help who you like. And I can't tell you that you are wrong because you are bi. You're not a freak. You know how many? I was in a relationship with 2 women. I'm a Scorpio. I was in a relationship with 2 Scorpio women at that. One that was born on the same day as me, in the same hospital, 5 minutes before me. And the other one was born the day after us. I can't tell you what to like, but as long as you like it, man, love it and express who you are. And if you need to talk about it, Poffin, you got the info. You guys tap in for a consultation. All right. But other than that, people, it's time for me to go, man. I got to get to the gym and I got to go to work, man. I got to get on my work. I thank you guys for, man, let me do me on this live. I appreciate nobody trolling. I appreciate you guys being grown, but make sure you hit that like button before you get out of here. Hit that subscribe button, subscribe to that channel, and I'm going to be leaving a whole lot of lives, and I'm going to schedule them so you guys can see them coming, because when I schedule them, I get more people, and I want you guys to have a blessed day. God bless you all. May God keep his hands wrapped around you and your family as you and your family go throughout your destinations in this world, and bless you with his traveling graces that nothing bad happens to you. Other than that, man, y'all have a blessed day.